Hello and welcome again to English Unlocked. My name's Louise and I'm here to help you improve your English step by step. Today is part 2 of our phrasal verb sessions. Now some people find it very difficult to pick up phrasal verbs. They crop up everywhere and it can just seem that there are far too many and you end up getting all confused. But cheer up, help is here, and whatever you do, don't give up. So you should have noticed that there were lots of phrasal verbs in that last section, and I'm sure you also spotted that they all ended with the same particle, the particle being up. Now last time we spoke about the 3 different ways to learn phrasal verbs, either by verb, by particle or by lexical group. We looked at learning by verb last time, which was look. This time we're going to focus on the particle being up. Of course, we'll provide a context to help make the language more memorable, but first of all, we need to look at a little bit of grammar. So, as we mentioned before, phrasal verbs can be separable or inseparable, transitive or intransitive. So, a transitive verb takes an object. For example, she hung up the phone. Hung up the phone. Okay? Intransitive verbs have no object. For example, could you stand up please? The other terminology that you will need to know is pronoun. So a pronoun is a word that we use to replace a proper noun. So I, you, we, he, she, they, etc. So if a phrasal verb is transitive, that means it's also separable. So we can put the object in between the 2 parts of the phrasal verb. An example of this is turn up, as in make louder. Okay, so we can say he turned up the radio, or he turned the radio up. We can also replace the noun radio for the pronoun it. When we do this though, if the phrasal verb is separable, the pronoun must go in the middle, not at the end. So we would say he turned it up, not he turned up it. Be careful, there's a very common mistake, which is to use a pronoun and a proper noun together in one sentence. Something like, he turned it up the radio. No. However, when a phrasal verb is intransitive, it has no object and it can't be separated. So an example of this is crop up, which I used in my introduction earlier on. Crop up just means to arrive or appear without any warning or without any foreknowledge. So, for example, we can't say phrasal verbs crop themselves up all the time, or phrasal verbs crop up themselves all the time. It's not possible. All right? So far so simple, yes? Phrasal verbs, separable, inseparable, pronoun, object, easy peasy. Not so much. Some phrasal verbs, in fact, a lot of phrasal verbs, not only have multiple meanings, but also the same phrasal verb can be both separable and inseparable depending on the context. Split up is an example of this. Okay, if we split up phrasal verbs into manageable groups, they're easier to learn, so let's split them up. Another example, unfortunately, John and Angela have decided to split up. Their relationship just wasn't working. Both phrasal verbs mean to separate, so they have the same kind of meaning, but in the context of relationships, split up is inseparable. Otherwise, it's separable and takes an object. Okay, so this is just a small part of some grammar to do with phrasal verbs. I hope it's helped you get a little feel for what you can and you can't do, and especially with the idea of where to put the pronoun when a phrasal verb is separable. If you're not sure whether a phrasal verb is transitive or intransitive, the best place to look is the dictionary. Ugh, I know, boring, but it's actually the best place to look. It will tell you with a little s or a P, separable, inseparable, and then you know what to do. A good online dictionary is englishpage.com. They give you a very comprehensive explanation about the phrasal verbs. So now all we need to do is to put some phrasal verbs into a context so you can see them all and hopefully put them into your own conversation. I will publish a little list of the phrasal verbs we use, and there will be subtitles so you can read along and spot the phrasal verbs as you go. So again, good luck with your phrasal verbs. If you want to request any phrasal verbs in the future or any other kind of lessons, do feel free to leave me a little message. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Yay! Till next time, bye-bye.
Hey!
Hi!
Oh, sorry I'm late. The taxi didn't pick me up till 5.
Oh, that's okay. I was just catching up on a few emails anyway. I thought Lucy might turn up, but she's just sent me a message to say she's not coming.
Oh no, what's the problem?
Something about her hamster being ill. I think she made it up.
Oh, that's weird, because I tried ringing her earlier and I'm sure she hung up on me.
Yeah, I don't know what her problem is at the moment.
Have I got time to freshen up before we leave?
Well, I don't think so. I can see Adam pulling up outside. Come on, drink up.